been liking me? I'm not really on my way. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm burdening you guys with that. But anyway, it was a really exciting time. And but I didn't care about these comics. They weren't my baby. They weren't what I wanted to you know, give me success in cartooning. It was just a lark. It was just fun. So I get this email from a guy, and he says, "Hi, my name is what's his name? Bryant. Will Bryant. My name's Will Bryant, and I work for this website called MPOD. We own this website, MPOD, Massively Multiple Player Online Gaming.com. I don't remember what it's for. It's like we love your comics, and we're starting this website, and we want comics for it, and we will pay you $500 a month to make comics for us." And I was like, "Oh yes, I've done it. I just stumbled into it, like I backed into it." I'm like, "Yes, I'll do it. Do you want a sandwich? What do you want?" "We don't want UO. Can you make it just about like gaming in general?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. I have a strip like that I'm working on right now." And he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he's like, "Cool. Can you have me like your first strips by Monday?" And I'm like, "Sure." And it was Friday. And I said, and I remember this, and I'm only bringing this up because it's coming up a lot lately when we talk about Platinum, Zero, and all these contests. I said, "Well, I don't want to sell you the rights to it. Do you want to own it?" And he goes, "Oh, no. I don't want to get involved in any of that. No. We just want the content. We just want the traffic. All you need to do is give us the rights to say that the traffic that your strip generates, we can count towards our traffic, and then we'll pay you for that." And I'm like, "Cool, can you put it in writing?" And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And I showed it to my dad, and my dad goes, "Okay, yeah, you can sign it." So the is like, "Even though you're succeeding, I don't want you to know I'm super proud." But I wouldn't have written it this way, but I guess this guy knows what he's doing. But I signed it, and all of a sudden I was this paid cartoonist with no comic strip. And I didn't play that many video games. Like, I played Ultima Online a lot, and I played in the 80s when it was Atari. It wasn't video games, it was called Atari. But I just didn't play that many games, and so I called Will and I said, "Do you mind if the strip's about the people that play video games? So like if I want to talk about movies and comics and stuff, I can?" He goes, "Yeah, that's fine, as long as it's you drawing it and writing it." So I had this comic strip about an elementary school called, are you ready? It's Elementary. I really had thought that was a good idea. And the principal was Cole, and the art teacher was Brent, and the music teacher was Jade, and Francis and Marcy were students, two of the students, and Skull was a human, and he was like a janitor. He was like a big dumb janitor. And Robbie and Jace were the football or sports teachers, the coaches that taught history but didn't care about it. And I go, okay, he's the editor. It'll be about a magazine for games, and the principal's the editor-in-chief, and the art teacher's the art director, and the music teacher is the role-playing gamer, and the coaches are the sports games player, and the kids are the first-person shooter players. And I'll call a player versus player, I'll be PvP. I don't give a shit, that's fine. So I gave him the concept, and I said, here's what the strip looks like, and I drew the cast, and I go, it's called PvP, and he goes, I love it, yes, we'll do it, let's do it. And you go ahead and develop it, you got a month, and we'll start in a month. And that's how PvP got started. That's how it went down. So, wasn't that exciting, right? I promised you action packed. So, keep in mind at this time, I knew nothing about like page views, checking your traffic. I knew nothing about that. I had no idea who was reading the comic, who wasn't. And I just, whatever Will and those guys told me, I believed it. They're like, well, you got a good readership going. It's all right. And so I didn't really care about it. I wanted the money, and I wanted to feel the feedback, and I wanted, to be a paid cartoonist. But this wasn't my baby. I threw it together. And I got bored of it really quickly, like I always do. And there's a note on the back of it. We love you. P.S. Take your pants off. love the guild. Which is not my wow guild. Especially, and I won't say names, but especially Jeff. And Carrie is mad at me because I started playing in the Ping Arcade Guild, which is secret. They're like, we need a priest. So I leveled the priest to 80, and they're like, we got 8 priests. We needed them to join. So go Shadow. It's like, oh, awesome, exciting, Shadow Priest. I'm like a warlock. I'm like a gay warlock. Mind flame. I'm like, will I ever get to heal him? He goes like, no. But then, so we go to this dungeon, and it's like, he goes like, we got Wintergrass, let's go. We're going to Wintergrass. So I'm like, what's Wintergrass? He's like, don't worry about it. You don't have to do anything, you just got to be there when you kill him, you'll be fine. I'm like, my connection's really bad, I'm worried. He goes, don't worry about it, just stand there, just mind flagging things. So we're fighting the boss, and the loot drops, and one of them, it said, I'm reading the loot, and it's like, Reigns of the Black War Man. And I go, is that a mount? And it's just quiet, and he goes, yes. And I said, awesome, how do we, what's the roll? And he goes, everybody rolls, nobody has this, everybody rolls. And I'm like, oh yeah. And all night long, like I'm rolling 11s, like 11 and below for everything. And these guys are decked out in gear, and my priest that is redundant now has no gear. And everyone's like, maybe I want that ring, 90. All right, I'll take it. And so I go, / roll 94. And I won the mount. And Carrie is like super for in real life pissed at me. And so, like, I'm thinking, is he really pissed at me? So, because he's giving me all these like I'll get on vent and I'll be like, hey, what's up? And he goes, hey, click. And he's off vent. So I call up for Hula and I go, hey, Mike, what? Hey, so I got this war mount and this thing. Oh, wow, yeah, you got that?